Welcome back, guys. So, I went all the way back to Rostock, did our inventory stuff, came all the way back over here. What I decided on was to take this rifle, we threw a suppressor on it, threw that scope on it, and we've got 300 rounds of armor-piercing ammunition. We'll see how that goes. Obviously sticking with the shotgun. And we just made it back to this hunting lodge, where we will talk
Glad
to
you stopped by. What can I do for you?
him.
You said Gray was doing some kind of job. Is the job still good?
Yeah, but there's no one left to do it. Freedom stashed their loot in a boar cave to keep stalkers out. But then another mutant moved in and chased off both the boars and Freedom. If you can take it out, the reward is yours. But watch out, Freedom's stingy with their money. If they're willing to pay and risk their stash, that means that the critter is a serious threat.
I'll do
I
it.
can do it.
I'm not gonna try to talk you out of it. I just hope it goes better for you than it did for us. Glad you stopped by. What can I do?
And I want to
If
see what you
anything
got.
goes south, just swing by.
Ooh. That's a 4x scope that I could put on it. Man, every time I come here, he's got that shotgun. Ooh. How much does he want for that? 26,000? Oh man, that's so cool. I do want that. What's the difference between a pistol silencer and a tactical pistol silencer? That's the scope that I bought from him already. The Rhino revolver. See, are these armor-piercing rounds? They are. He does have some slugs, and I do kind of want to test out how well slugs work. Oh my god, I'm spending 15,000 already, and that's only 6? Jesus. Oh crap, I just realized I didn't bring any shotgun shells. Uh-oh. Okay, well, I guess we're spending the 21,000 on ammo for my gun. Crap.
Feel free to drop by anytime.
And let's hope that this stash has some really good stuff. Ooh, I like this ACOG more. Gives me a good mid-range. Is it just the one? No, there's like a whole group of them right there. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Okay, anyways. Let's go ahead and let's load this with these slugs. Right? I think that's what I'm loading into it right now. Yep. Alright. Well, let's make our way towards this old hospital over here. Hopefully not get into too much trouble on our way.
Everyone stay put.
Ow. But also that worked out pretty well. And who are these guys? Is that Freedom's logo? Ow. Ow. I fucking hate this area. I'm sprinting through here. You all have fun with that. I'm leaving that area. God, I hate that. Man, I was just about to say I need to take some psi meds. It doesn't feel like this helmet's preventing the amount of psi damage, whatever it is, that it should be. What is that sound? It made my brain feel weird. Okay, well, he said there was going to be monolith here. Also, I did install a mod because a lot of people were telling me that well, I say a lot of people. One of my friends who watches my videos every now and then was telling me that the wobbliness of the weird water was unbelievably unbearable. So I installed a mod that just removed it. Hopefully you guys don't get too upset about that. I don't think it's too big of a deal. But if enough people are upset about it, then I will undo it. Oh, shit. Well, he said to not kill the wounded. That man was definitely not wounded. He was standing there. Well, I'm sorry, sir. Jesus. Can I go through there? No? Okay. Give me the bag. Nothing worthwhile. Ow! What the shit?
What was that?
What the hell, dude? Fuck, there's more. Okay, I can't unlock that with that button.
Monolith, help our brethren in their recovery. Your enemies are many, and
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Something's wrong.
Okay, so I guess I have to find one that's not being used. Bro, that dude's got a massive hand.
Escapes the monolith.
Oh, I'm bleeding. Okay, so could we not just take one of these? See, if I had shot this guy, the game's bugged. So if I had shot him, we would have failed. Damn, it's broken. And my armor's broken too. Okay, so where do I find... Okay, that was weird. Like, could I not just have that one? Or this one?
May
Okay.
the light shine down on the souls of the brave soldiers who gave their lives. I'm so cold. Why am I always so cold?
Ow!
What am I doing here?
What the fuck?
Why am I? It does not matter.
Ow. Okay, so all the guys that were injured are no longer injured. So it wouldn't have mattered either way.
Brothers. In.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered either way. Because they all just stood right up, started attacking me. Well, I'm sorry, Doctor. I honestly was going to try to not kill anybody, but the game said that that's not allowed. What the fuck? Oh, yeah. I'd have to drop all of my... I'd have to take all of my artifacts off in order for this thing to not do that. But it did it anyways.
So quiet.
But yeah, I know some people would probably call it cheating, but to those people, I don't care. I'm trying to make fun videos. Not for anybody else but myself. Definitely the armor-piercing rounds make a difference. To a very noticeable degree. All right. They're not real. They're not real. Ignore them. They're not real. That was radiation, not the thing I wanted. Well, hello there, tank. Man, imagine how cool that would be if you could actually drive a tank. What in God's name was that sound? I don't know what that sound was, but I didn't like it. I want to get to safety.
Get under the dome and head to the basement. Waiting for you there.
Ooh. What are you? You're pretty. I like me some pretty guns. That door's locked. Cutscene.
How long did you know each other?
Not long. I met him on Wild Island, back when he was still human.
He was someone who had everything taken away from him. His past, his ability to fight back, even his name. We go to great lengths to cover up our mistakes.
What do you mean, Doctor?
After years of work, a group of scientists managed to tap into the noosphere, the Earth's informational field. An achievement comparable at best to the conquest of space. It was a turning point not just for science, but for the fates of the human race. However, as with all people, each of my colleagues was truly interested in only one person. Himself. They began to dream of worldwide fame, of laurels crowning their bald, shiny heads. Naturally, the truth couldn't come out about secret laboratories, brutal experiments, and other such dubious undertakings. It was out of the question. And so, they all got carried away with their dream of a perfect world. You know how the saying goes, great minds think alike, though fools seldom differ. And lo and behold, what do we have decades later? The Zone, in our image, after our likeness.
You were there, right? For the Sea Consciousness Project?
I was once as deluded as they were. But my doubts soon outweighed their confidence. And so when the experiment took place, one of the pods was left empty. The eighth one. Or rather, the first. Dr. Kaimanov's pod. My pod. And so you've solved yet another mystery of the Zone, Stalker. Perhaps the most unsettling one. Dr. Kaimanov. Pleased to meet you.
Oh,
There was an eighth pod.
The human brain is too frail to handle a direct connection to the noosphere on its own. In order for it to work, we required 8 participants in pods filled with a specific solution. I was supposed to be in one of those pods, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Valentine reproached me for my lack of courage. But given how things turned out, I was actually too daring. In the end, what we got wasn't control over the noosphere, but rather the Zone itself. The lesser of two evils, if you ask me.
well,
Thanks for your help. Whatever happened to life is the only thing we truly possess.
Frankly, choosing between the two of you wasn't easy. It wasn't my first time, but it only gets harder over the years. But if you don't make the choice, someone else will make it for you. And it usually ends up being worse. I'm not fond of thinking for others, or giving advice. But I get the feeling Strider would approve of the choice I made. However strange it might sound.
The scientists you mentioned see consciousness. They're still alive.
No, that can't be. Strelok dealt with them back in 2012.
I spoke to the representative through the Visiograph in Malachite. They still exist in some kind of form he called subtle matter.
Subtle matter? But that's impossible! That means it's still going on.
What the fuck? Bro.
Why did you refuse to get in the pod?
Because I've always held on to my belief in humanity. My colleagues, on the other hand, advocated for fixing it through the noosphere, purging it of darkness. How could I consent to such a notion? How could I permit them to rob all of humanity, not just of its ability to act freely, but even to think independently? Everything dark and light about us is a result of our own choices. The Zone was born in a place of tragedy and horrific experiments, but I believe in a different zone. A zone open to everyone.
A zone open to everyone? That sounds kind of dangerous.
That's because it's the only way you see it. Frightened and caged, born amid evil and violence. What else could the Zone have evolved into? In a place where both humans and nature are nothing more than test subjects. If it had been born into freedom, like Tiger, it might have evolved differently, into a zone of creation, rather than destruction. And then, we might have become different too. We always had the ability to overcome the circumstances. Access to the noosphere would have made us better, even if it meant a rough start. Understanding and forgiving each other is a difficult endeavor.
So, you were the one who created the Zone?
Me? No, certainly not. The Zone created itself. I merely facilitated its emergence. Although my colleagues and I had different expectations for the outcome of our experiment. You see these blind dogs? I've been trying to tame them for years, but they were born in a lab where they've known nothing but pain and fear. But Tiger here found me on his own. He just came out of the woods one day and tried to steal a sausage. He was born free and had the freedom to make his own choices, you see. The Zone is our collective offspring. But all we've imparted to it is suffering and sorrow. It doesn't know any other way. Maybe we're the same.
What do you know about subtle matter?
It was a theory developed by Valentine Darlin, the leader of sea consciousness. Apparently, he's now become the image of the representative. Back in the day, he ridiculed my calculations regarding the existence of the noosphere, while I firmly believed that subtle matter was unscientific. In the end, I turned out to be right. But if he was also close to the truth, that changes everything. According to his theory, subtle matter can preserve a reflection of a person's mind their personality. If you're implying the representative is real, that means they actually succeeded.
Before me, Strelok was the only one who'd spoken to the representative. That was back in 2012, before C Consciousness died. Strelok managed to reach the center of the zone and return unscathed.
Then Strelok probably knows more about subtle matter than I do, along with the C technologies that C Consciousness has mastered during their 6 years of frenetic activity. Chances are, he's still researching it to this day.
That's why I'm looking for Strelok. Word is he's back in the zone.
I haven't seen him in quite some time. Maybe that's for the best. Our perspectives on the zone have probably developed quite differently over the years. If your information is correct, I doubt he's ventured too far from the cordon. Men like him tend to develop a deep attachment to a place they regard as their own and refuse to let go.
I want to find out if subtle matter is real. Things like this shouldn't be left to blind faith.
The scientific method isn't just about the experiment. It's about being able to replicate it. And I happen to know how to test a few of my hunches. If only Valentine could see me now. Well, perhaps he can. We tried to connect to the noosphere as an experiment in the Orbita underground lab. Back then, I saw nothing like the afterlife. But now, with the zone, I think the truth is worth taking a risk. But first, you need to get the cartridge from the signature station in a different lab, X3, near the cordon. It's been 20 years, so the entrances I knew of are long destroyed, but stalkers always find a way. Talk to Sidorovich, he's in charge of the cordon, and could have heard some stories about X3. I'll send you the code to the cartridge slot. Take it and head to Orbita. Good luck.
Well then. Bro, this is getting wild. The more I learn about everything going on, the weirder it gets. It's crazy, dude. So he's been trying to get these blind dogs to be tame, but he can't because they were raised in a lab where they were just tested on all the time. Meanwhile, this one, the Mute Hound, whatever they're called, just showed up freely and is just now his pet. This is insane. And we will pick it up in the next episode. It looks like we're going to be heading all the way back to the Cordon. And Strudovich is definitely not too fond of us. So that's going to be quite a journey. I think what we'll do is I will head down to the slag heap, offload whatever I end up with there, and then I'll end up heading south and heading to there. And that's probably where we will potentially reconvene, provided nothing too wild occurs. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one. And I'll see you next time.